Hello and welcome back to CleDG Smite League. We are actually in week 1 of playoffs right now. We have Office Party Esports versus the Papis. Today on the cast is me, Frank from IT, and I am joined by Lucky Charms. Lucky, how are you doing?
I'm doing stupendous. What about you on this fabulous Monday afternoon?
Fabulous Monday afternoon, indeed. So, Lucky, these two teams, how do you think this matchup will play out?
I think it will be a one-sided affair just due to the internal affairs that are happening with the Papis. They have a lot of changes and very little time, so I don't know how they're going to fare in this.
Yeah, we got a lot of small roster changes. I know they're using a sub. I don't think we've actually even seen him play this season, which is Mighty Kenny. Getting right into picks and bans. I know. So I know a lot of the comforts of OP, obviously, as being their captain. So, and I know a lot of the league actually knows some of them. Like Giannis for Raikou is a big popular one, and then Chernobog for Crid's another popular one. Do you think we'll see OP prioritize those picks, or do you think we'll see Poppy just kind of let them go?
I think that the OP should just prioritize their picks with their conference show nothing. Show everyone what everybody already knows, and then just keep all the pocket picks for later rounds if they need to use it. I think that's the best possible strategy for them going into this, since we should expect the upper seed to win the game.
Yeah, OP is definitely flavored in this matchup, I think, among the community. But upsets are always possible. We did see that yesterday with Frenzy taking down Rats with Bats 2-1. So Frenzy is actually going to be the opponent, which one of these teams do face. But the Hobwa Bank comes in. Basically, Raikou's I guess, a mini Paul in the sense that he's got a couple not meta mage picks that people like to ban out. Hobwa is definitely one of them. The other being Giannis. So no surprise to see that out of Hobbies.
I don't know where the Mighty Kenny is playing. Is he playing in the jungle role? Do you know? Perchance?
To be honest, no. So how I assume this is going to be, it's going to be gaming fan solo. I don't think they'll change that. Who's Davy's carry, and the rest, I'm honestly not too sure. I know Paxi plays carry, but I don't think they'll kick Davy off it. Maybe Davy will be jungling actually, because I know he did that a couple times for the team. Yeah.
Be interesting to see how their team plays out, because Spazzy's also an ADC, so it's very interesting to see where the players are going to actually go play.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be just a surprise to everyone, and then a Nike first locked in. Now, if I had to guess, this would be a Nike jungle. I just feel like she does a little bit better there. But within the CleDG League, we do actually see a lot of Nike solo, mainly due to Warrior just kind of bringing that up and just beating everybody up with this pick. So do you think that's a solo Nike or a jungle Nike?
I think Nike's going to the jungle. It's been kind of the flavor of the month. Everyone's been watching the SPL for a while now, since we're all locked up at home. I think everyone's just kind of realizing how good Nike is because of profile.
Yeah, Nike's definitely obnoxious to deal with, so...
Yeah, she just runs at your back line, and there's just nothing they can do to get her off of you. Because when you get low enough, she's just going to ult and keep on running.
And then we see...
Hoey's a very good pick.
Yeah, Hoey, I guess I don't know who it goes to. It's a problem, but Raijin locked in. Yeah, Raijin's definitely one of the top mages we have right now, alongside Disco and Merlin. So no, definitely playing two very strong meta picks right here. But kind of interesting, they block it both of their carries. Typically, we see draft strategies, you don't really get them both at the same time unless they're super highly valued. But it's not a bad idea. I guess they want to just make sure they get these picks in now so that OPE has to pick something else, but...
Their hair is going to bring a lot of control, especially diving. If she drops it, the Argus to dive with the tanks. It's going to be a very obnoxious comp to get rid of.
This is actually an interesting pick for me, as I've never seen Raikou actually run the Hera. Maybe like in casuals a while ago, but I don't think I've seen him bring it in Scrim or a comp game. But here we are, and then Uller locked in for Acadian. Acadian has looked very strong all season, so giving him very just such a powerful early aggressive god like Uller, that's a scary sight for Poppies.
Yeah, Uber brings a lot of lane pressure, and it's just the at level 1 lane pressure into level 2. The dog can basically 100-0 you. It just is free pressure all around the board. And the way that Heartseeker is, it increases his late game potential than what it used to be.
Yeah, we've been seeing that pen build come out instead of the typical hunter build, so won't be surprised to see that run. But we actually see Osiris picked up, which is interesting because Gaming Fan is widely known in this league to be the Jormungandr Shock 2 trick, so seeing him pick something else is pretty exciting, and I honestly might be throwing OP for a little bit of a curveball, honestly.
I'm not a fan of the Osiris pick, actually. Just for the fact that it's kind of hard for Osiris to stick on top of Hera, because the moment he gets on top of her, she's just going to polymorph and then drop Argus. And Osiris just doesn't make sense with the comp right now. Especially with a Nike jungle. It's safe to assume this is a Nike jungle.
Yeah,
I would have probably preferred the Jormungandr, honestly.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. The Osiris pick here is a little strange. I feel like if you wanted the Osiris badly, you could have also picked it in the second phase. Maybe got you a stronger pick up here. But Ares actually banned. I don't know if that's possibly a target ban, but I don't know who's supported. So if they know, that's surprising to me.
I think it's a safe ban to do. You have 2 gods with no CC immunity in your kit already, not knowing who's going to play support on top of that. So it's just a safe ban to ban out that Ares. It looks like the Nox is being hovered. Nox is actually played in the SML or the SEC in the solo lane, so that might actually be heading into the solo lane for Frika Suave. But it could also be in support.
Yeah, Nox definitely have seen some games where she's been in the support role. It's a very interesting pick, but it looks like Jormungandr being hovered here. I guess Nox is just kind of be like a little troll. But Jormungandr against Osiris, that's actually kind of an interesting matchup for Jormungandr, as Osiris kind of just beats Jormungandr down. But no, it's going to be a Bologna and a Khepri locked in. So that is confirmed to be a Nike jungle. Unless we're going to see some really spicy Bologna jungle gameplay here.
Yeah, Bologna is still not a very favorable matchup into Osiris because of Glad Shield. Because all you're doing is hitting abilities when they're silenced as it is. So, it used to be a premier matchup into Osiris.
This matchup reminds me of the Season 4 days of Solo Lane, where it was just Bologna Osiris almost every game, you know?
Yeah.
So
those
maybe
are the days of just slugging it out with Death Toll on the belt. And it looks like the Mighty Kenny is going to be in mid, Davy mid, jungle. Definitely interesting.
I'm surprised we're seeing Paxi in support. I wonder if Mighty Kenny just isn't comfortable enough in support, so Paxi's just kind of taking over. I mean, and that makes sense. I mean, it'd be better to put Mighty Kenny where he feels more comfortable rather than giving him support and him not knowing what he's doing, and then you just kind of have just have a 4v5. But
right.
Look at these drafts. Who do you think's got the better draft here?
I want to favorite more on the side of OP because the Khepri allows the 2 tanks to dive into the end of time with the little get out of jail free card if used properly, and then the control that comes with it with the Hera on top of that. But at the same time, you gotta look at the fight for the Papis, and I just can't put Davy Jungle from the performances we've seen before and a sub coming in to be able to rip the tide to push Papis ahead of them. But I think the light in the tunnel is the Bologna solo. Bologna solo is a god that is a ticking time bomb. The moment it gets to 25 minutes, the usefulness out of that god becomes nothing.
Yeah, and looking at the solo lane matchup in general, just player-wise, I mean, Gaming Fan's a fairly strong solo laner, and it's probably definitely one of the better players on the side of Papis. So I'm wondering if there's strategies to kind of get those Osiris ahead. Maybe we'll see Davy kind of prioritize maybe these blue buff invades, or maybe just kind of sit on that side of the map.
Yeah, Gaming Fan can definitely try to put a team on his back, but there's only so much a solo laner can do in this league. Eventually, you're gonna need your DPS to do something. But I think having Stazzy and ADC, it is a step up from having Who's Davey in ADC. I've seen Spazzy play ADC before, and outside the league, and I personally think he fares a little bit better in laning. He has a little bit more awareness, which could help for the team as well.
Yeah, we've seen Spazzy play. I mean, I haven't seen him outside the league personally, but I have seen him when he was on Mist Cobras. Him and Jinx definitely looked pretty strong on that team. So Spazzy is something fun. I think that OP's got to respect a little bit more. I feel like Acadia might be the better overall carry here, but Spazzy's definitely not someone to just kind of overlook. But I'm kind of interested in this Mercury pick. I mean, I think Mercury's fine. I personally don't see the purpose of this pick. What do you think about it?
I think he's just picking something that he's going to be comfortable with and hope that he can be relevant with. Because Who's Davey in the jungle is not going to fare up to how Kano's been playing in the jungle this whole season. So maybe give him something that he could just kind of farm as safely as possible and get to the late game. And then hopefully crit people away.
And maybe get some of those lucky one shots.
That's the only thing I see going for him as well.
Yeah, Kano is, when he joined last season, he was definitely a newcomer to comp, but then he switched to PC at the beginning of the season, and man, his skill just improved greatly. Like, this man has been grinding and has been really learning, and just the self-improvement that he has gone through is amazing. Honestly, in my opinion, probably the most improved player for season 2 of Cleety.
I felt like he was the most improved player last year, and then he just continually built off of it from the previous year. You know, he found his footing in the jungle and then was able to build off of what he learned the year before. And having some teammates stick around from the previous year also helped them.
Well, by the way, Wheelix, before this game gets going, make sure you put the team names in at the top. Yeah, there we go. There we go, friend. He knew what I was gonna say. He knew. Yeah, so OP versus Papis. I know did they play? Yeah, I believe they did play in the regular season. I don't think it was one of the forfeited games. I think OP did take it 2-0, or I don't remember the top of my head, but
it was a 2-0, but both games were very close. But that was also with like the 5 starters.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a game that can be winnable if played properly.
Looks like the HUD's a little glitched out. We seem to have the Fury respawn in the middle of the screen. Wheelix, if you want to, you can go to the settings. You should be able to just disable that, or move it right now live if you really want to. Right after we just got it going too. Oh, you want to know where to go? Okay, go to not HUD, go to settings. Oh, maybe it is HUD. I don't remember. Yeah, just go to HUD. Try that. I think there's a quick option to disable it too. I think if you hit, gosh, what is it? You can look for it. It's one of the options on there. You can probably disable it too if it's gonna be in the way. Sorry about that, folks. Some technical difficulties. All right, yeah. See the Gold Fairy display option? Yeah. You could probably hit reset too, and probably bring it back to where it was, or just disable it. Or not. Oh, Wheelix, what happened? We had this working yesterday. There we go, you got it. You have it. Uh-oh. Well, now you turned everything else off. Alright, perfect. Just get back into not first-person view, and we'll be good to go. But here we see the solo lane matchup. I look like it's hard to tell. Well, folks is trying to fix a HUD, but it looks like hold on though. Actually, as Davey gets the first blood over dual lane onto Venus Guardian. Looks like a little early gank.
Yeah, you got a little cheeky gank going in there, a little rank style play. But Acadian returns the kill. He kills Spazzy in the process.
And we don't get to actually see where people are on the map. I think Wheeler's accidentally disabled that while disabling the Fury Fade. So we can't really see where everyone is.
While we're working through this, I don't think the solo lane's going to be going well for Gaming Fan until he gets that Glad Shield online. That's when he can really start Milano again. Till then, he's going to be, unfortunately, sitting under that tower.
Yeah, I mean, we can already see it right here. I mean, there you go. You have it unassisted, buddy. I think you should be good once you move everybody. But yeah, that solo lane matchup, I think Gaming Fan's definitely gonna have the advantage, but also might depend on how these junglers play around the solo lane too.
It's notorious and clear that a lot of the junglers don't pay that much attention to the solo lane. They can kind of become little raid bosses on their own just by farming. There's not much benefit to be on that side of the map as it is.
We actually see Spazzy's health bar go super low, and Venus Guardian picks up a kill over in dual lane. And we actually see Shinten very low with a little bit of a spam laugh out of the Capri Venus. You slide a dog. Not sure what happened over there, but I'm assuming just Uller thing probably what happened. Capri probably prolled him. Uller did his combo. Boom.
Yeah, it's kind of just a death comp for them at this point. And they're just gonna get wave frozen on them eventually. The only way that they're gonna be able to stop this amount of pressure is if this Mercury continually comes over.
Oh, we see a very aggressive jumping by Spazzy, but speaking of Mercury, he's here. Shinten does blink in, gets the root onto Acadian. But Hera actually picks up a kill on the Mighty Kenny. I'm not sure where that is, as icons aren't really showing, but Venus Guardian unfortunately pays the price and falls to pure Paxi.
There's a lot of action going on in this duo side. I want to say that Raikou was able to pick up Mighty Kenny as the purple buff on a rotation over to the duo side. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's a lot of action going on, which is very strange for how the amount of games have been going that have been pretty slow paced. But we know that OP likes to play fast and they like to get things rolling.
Yeah, their early game is very strong. I mean, especially just with how their play styles are. I think all 5 of these players are just very aggressive players. So giving them aggressive gods like this Uller, and like this Nike, and like this Bologna, and the blinking from Capri to try to catch Hoey, and he actually almost kills him with the root. But Hoey does pop the beads. I don't know if Venus actually saw that. Probably not. I don't believe he was in vision, but the beads are down. Little, very cheeky play out on the side of Venus Guardian there.
Yeah, Venus is gonna keep applying pressure. If you get blink first round, you just gotta consistently keep playing aggressive. But I think the way for the Papis to turn the game around so it doesn't snowball out of control is they have to be able to slow the game down a little bit. They need to play their own style of play, defend their own buffs as best as possible, and then pick the most favorable fight.
Did you see the Nike come out? And the root on the right trajectory really good, and Kano picks up the kill with the red Mighty Candy. Just kind of caught a position there on the right side of the jungle, and very good initiation there. Also, Wheeler, you got to stop hitting buttons, buddy. You're losing health bars. I believe there is a... Oh, Jesus. I know there's... Hold on. I have my notes right here for Spectator. Maybe I can find out what you're doing wrong. All I know is you're, You gotta get those health bars back at least. Don't believe that. It's there.
believe you'll come down on the opposite side of the map. Someone everyone is listening to.
Yeah, that's actually... Sorry about that. I was trying to help with Wheelix out. I have a cheat sheet for Spectator, but I don't actually know what the toggle health bars item is. But yeah, look at the triple gank onto Gaming Fan, actually. And then on the other side, Hoey does pop the ulti, which was very loud. I didn't realize how loud that actually was until being a spectator here, but...
Yeah, they need... Right now, the Papis need to find a way to alleviate some pressure somewhere on the map and then continually try to find... If they're losing their red consistently or their blue consistently, they need to force pressure on the opposite side of the map. But right now, the way the game is going to get played, it's going to snowball very quickly. They can't be allowing 3-man rotations into that solo lane without even attempting to pull a goal carry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we look at the levels actually across the board, and the only one that's even is support. Every other lane, our counterpart is 1 or 2 levels ahead, and we're only 8 minutes in, and that's just going to open up so much for OPE. Shin 10 caught bottom position very low. Good block by the Kepri. Nike does leap in, but the Mercury ult actually stopped 3 of them, but doesn't matter. Cadian picked up here. Paxi, Raijin in a lot of trouble. The bongos do come out, and Hera's getting pushed away. But Argus, it looked like, was able to finish off Mighty Kenny. Mercury trying to get the kill. Kept Real on the Hera for safety. Nike's also there, just apply a lot of pressure. And Mike, just like that. Oh, but wait. Bologna trying to find something. Oh, no, the Eagle Rally just was a little too late. Mercury does get the back off, but two good solid picks out of the side of OPE.
And with that, it's going to open up the goal fairy, which is going to be picked up currently.
I mean, yeah, we got a pretty good league. Might as well expand that, but you have to be careful. Hoey is here in Jin 10. Hoey is a little low. OP decided to play a little bit safe here and just drop it.
I think it's a safe drop. The Jin Chan has an ult, so it would be forced to reset as it is. So I think it's a very safe drop on their place. And there's no need to pressure anything or rush anything. You have an easy 2.5k gold lead on top of that. So you might as well just keep playing it safe. And take picks where you need to take them.
Yeah, definitely getting. Sometimes, you know, it's a big problem we see here at this current level of comp plays. A lot of overextending or just a little bit too much aggression, and it's a big thing to learn how to like just kind of take it back and realize, you know, we got a big win, we got a couple picks, we're still in the lead. We don't need to do gold now. They can't pull it safely. Let's just leave it for now and wait until the next fight. As Bologna is looking here for a blue buff invade. Mercury's too.
No, it was not successful. I was gonna say, I think she got a successful invade out. But it was not.
Really good.
I think Gaming gonna drop right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Osiris is pretty low, but actually, maybe not. Bongos do come out to help out the solo laner. Nike's getting a little bit poked out, but a couple of the shots are just a little bit off, and Nike doesn't care. She's just gonna keep whacking and whacking up. But look at the other side of the map. Gold Fairy was just pulled for free.
And it's just like we said, smart one-on-one. When you send 3 people to the solo side, go pick up the gold fairy, and OP did that perfectly when the Papis went to go defend the blue buff. Right now, it's just the Papis have no answer for what OP is doing. And which could be a multiple of factors. People with different roles can't have it subs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, OP is just kind of playing their own game right now, and Papis doesn't have an answer. Mercury actually does catch Kepri a little bit out of position, but look at Mercury's health bar just go down. And speaking of low health bars, Pierre Paxley does fall to Acadian. 3 of them are chasing Hoey. He's just trying to get out. The leap does kind of help, but unfortunately, the blink pluck did not land, and Hoey's still being chased, but the beads are used, but his life is still forfeit, and just like that, 3 picks right so quickly after the last fight.
What do you do if you're the Papis right now to try and stop the snowball effect that's going to be happening very soon? Every lane is behind. You have to be able to do something to stop. And I just can't find an answer for them.
I mean, I'm with you right now. They're in a tough spot. Game fans looking here to proxy and steal a little bit of farm. I think that might be the best. I think what Papis should do is just really try to play safe. I mean, and it's hard, I know, because they're just going to invade your jungle. But actually, hold on, though. Mercury coming in. Hargus just pulled and lands on the Mercury, and he falls to Raikou. Raikou just bursts him down.
Hey, Raikou might pick up a double kill with the 6-man.
No way. Raikou is just feeling himself right now, and there's more. Raija comes in to try to finish it off, but Nike is here. Kano won't let his boy fall. Nike does come down, but still Bongos are here to fear him away. But who cares when you got the Bologna back? But hold that thought, though, as Spazzy actually picked up the low health Raikou over there by Oracles. That's a pretty good pick to have.
Whew.
But the fight's not over. Osiris uses the Lord of the Afterlife to try to get this Nike. Good blink dash by Mercury to actually pick up the kill on the Kondo. But Pelota is just swinging and whacking and taking health bar left and right. But Ullr's here to... But Osiris is not letting Ullr get into the fight and is actually poking him up fairly well.
No, I think Ullr should be able to get out. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, if the sickle was missed, that he should be able to get out. The gaming fan sees blood and is hunted down.
Looks like we actually do have a DC. So, yep, I was gonna say, Combat Pause should be coming, or not Combat Pause, my apologies. Pause should be coming out here soon. Good on them to kind of realize, not pause in the middle of that, because that would have been a bit of combat. But luckily, nothing was really lost. So,
it was a great job of OP to realize how to pause. Really, the silver lining of this game is these are the two. This is the combat pause battle. Who can pause better? Both teams have forfeited games because of combat pauses.
It's very true, and good on OP to really not let that affect them. It was kind of unfortunate for Acadian as he was getting chased and he was trying to get out of combat, but unfortunately couldn't. But he did get out safely. No life was lost. Venus Guardians, Kepri was able to back the base, so he's not chilling over there by the mini Harpies. But yeah, like you mentioned, what's Papis do here to stop this bleeding? I mean, look at this. There's all across the board, except for support. Everyone's ahead by at least 2 levels.
I think the first step is to get some vision. Right now, the OP has a lot of vision. And if you look on the map, there is no red dots at all for the Papis. And then maybe start utilizing the Jing channel to at least try and pull the Kepri for now. You need to find some way to get an easy pick, and the Kepri is definitely their condition to do that. But the way that Venus Guardian is positioning, it's just going to be extremely hard.
Yeah, I agree that the Kepri is definitely your best option to pick, but can actually get in there safely to even pick him is the problem. And then, of course, you have to worry about Kepri ult. I mean, it's rough, but Kepri is the only one that can really pull. Everyone else has beads, or I guess Bologna has ultimate too, if she really wants to. Yeah, you're talking about Ward's place, and we actually do see Paxi actually does have 7, so he is at the top, but right now, their wards currently on the map are very lacking.
Yeah. I mean, that's normal to say from the solo line, being down on boards, but the rest of his team, on the other hand, is definitely not the play. Gold should be spawning very soon, but I think OP is going to be looking at this Pyromancer, look for a couple picks, get the Pyromancer, and then make a judgment call on whether they're going to go for a Oni Fury or the Fire Giant next.
I don't feel like a Fire Giant would be a safe move here. Actually, unless they get a DSI, which is very possible for how these team fights are going, I would expect them to maybe go the Oni Fury route. But it is OPE. They like to be a little ambitious with their calls sometimes. So, I could just... I could be very wrong here.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta also look at the level differences. I think they can easily pull a safe Fire Giant with a couple picks, which is most likely going to happen if the Papis don't have any vision. So it's definitely in the picture for them. But we see the Mercury has tier 2 Rage coming online. I think once he gets that Rage, he might start hitting a little bit harder, which is going to start looking a little bit different for their fights as well.
Yeah, that Rage is definitely a nice power spike for Mercury, and if he's able to get some of these kills, or at least assists, and be able to get that stacked up, he'll be in a better spot. But that's the thing about Mercury, right? I mean, he takes a little bit to get online, and even with the Rage, he still needs a little bit more. I mean, and if this bleeding keeps up, I mean, will Mercury even get to that point? Like, what's Mercury supposed to do here?
I mean, Mercury's all he can do is just power farm and hope to get to the late game at this point. He's just fallen pretty far behind. And what the reason why Mercury has kind of fallen out of the pro play and even in the comp level of play is just for the amount of cost on the items for him to become relevant. And it hurts them because of that. It's also strange to see that Who's Davy did not opt for the Travelers, because Travelers actually synergizes really well with Mercury's passive.
Yeah, we see a lot of at least I see a lot of debate whether we skip Warrior or Talaria, but I agree. Talaria's just the synergy with the passive is pretty good, and honestly, just Talaria boots in general are really good for rotating around the map too. But looks like I opted for a bit more of the power out, but we do have an unpause coming in, and Pyromancer being looked at here for Papis.
And it looks like they're gonna get this Pyromancer with Paxi being able to zone out Acadian.
Wow, we actually do see Papis does actually secure that. Marcus was almost good, but Pierre Paxi gets punished for trying to zone away. I mean, look at this, the Fire Giants being looked at that. They said, I don't care, you got Pyro, we're gonna hit the big boy. I don't think Papis has a clue.
I don't think the Papis can defend. The 6-man just dropped in there and put everyone else to half health. And all they can do is just give up the Fire Giant for free.
Yeah, man. Really low health bars, and they actually get the 13 minutes and 42-second Fire Giant. And gaming fans here to try to get a cleanup kill, but unfortunately, it's not going to really happen. I mean, he does find Bellona, but Bellona's half health. But her ult is down, but gaming fans just gotta back off and go back to farm.
Gaming fans gotta be able to out the same Bellona with her Spirit and Berserker Shield. It's a very smart decision for him to walk back to lane.
We actually, due to that, we actually see two people over here split it. What a bounce though! Whoa! Acadian's health is actually super low. Mercury dashes in, but does miss the point. Oh, the OEL comes in, and the Mercury comes in to actually pick off Acadian. That's actually a huge pick to take fire away from somebody. Nike does come in and ult, but the Shinten ult does. Oh my lies! It doesn't stop Nike, but the stun does. But actually, hold on, Argus is here. Look at that health bar, Hobie. It's so low. He's running away, but it doesn't matter. Kano just used a Valiant Leap or whatever the heck it's called. It does secure the kill, and he wants more. He's chasing. Mighty Kenny's here, but wow, Pierre Paxi just can't root it's just eating this damage. Reginald comes out, but it doesn't matter. He's also so low of how far ahead OP is. Oh, good beat on the side of Raijin, actually, but unfortunately it doesn't matter. And once again, 4 people fall down.
And that's when you think that the Papis are doing something productive, it just gets turned around on them. It's just been the tale of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pick onto the Uller, but unfortunately, he got punished so harshly for that. It's just, now they just gave Oni Fury right to OPE.
And just with that, they're going to use that Fire Giant and start to siege down all the objectives. And I think the way that Raikou has been using his abilities properly, he should be having his Argus popping up pretty soon. And as we
and Spazzy just caught out of position for whatever reason over there, and we see the spam lap come out of OPE. That they wanna, they're trying to tilt them, and I mean, that's how this game is going. I'm sure they're not feeling great right now as they're looking to push into this left Phoenix.
As they do that, Bellona's gonna be able to zone out the Raijin all on her own.
They actually pulled the left Phoenix, and Mercury's in so much trouble. Look at the health bars of OP, they're barely even hurting. I lied though, Hera's actually hurting as the Shinten Osiris ult combo. It's good, but it doesn't matter, they're just dying. It doesn't matter, their tanks, their health bars are barely relevant. And look at this, a Titan is being pulled 16 minutes and 43 seconds into this game, and all that's left is just Hoi. Right to defend, and oh no, the axe on the Hoey means death for Spazzy. And this might be the quickest game we've actually seen in Gleamy if this ends up falling right here, right now. Right just trying his little heart out, just dashed in. He might actually get the kill. He does get a kill on the Kano, boosting up that stat line, but doesn't matter. It's the Titan falls 17 minutes and 4 seconds into the game. What a game. OPE takes game 1.
And just like that, we said that OP loved to play fast, and OP got this game down fast. That is, Raijin couldn't get anything online. He was able to only get tier 1 or 2 items online, his boots and Nessa. Just hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean,
what changes do you do for the Papis going into this next game?
well, look at what happened. The early pressure and early aggression that OP provided was just too much for Papis to handle. I think they didn't even get a chance to get the late game, barely even mid game, honestly. I think that they need to really, I think they need to either take away some of this aggression picks from OP or pick some aggressive picks yourself. I mean, if you're not going to be able to get the late game if you let them do something like this again. So I would like to see maybe a bit more aggression out of Papis. Maybe, try to beat them at their own game. But
I hate to say it, I think you just have to give Gaming Fan his one trick and let him just wiggle his way to attempting to give his team some type of help. You just got to take the Yarmagainer, put it in Gaming Fan's hands, and hope for the best at this point.
Yeah,
I think that's their only option.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I just... that's really unfortunate for Poppy, so I know that's got to be very... I almost say degrading, but it's just going to be very upsetting for them to have lost that quickly, especially since Poppy's looked fairly good against OP last time. But granted, that was against a different roster. They had all 5 starters. But yeah, I agree with you. I think I would like to see Gaming Fan run one of his 2 tricks here, because I feel like Gaming Fan, like I mentioned earlier, Gaming Fan and Spazzy are definitely the 2 power players, I guess you could call them, on the side of Papis. So give them something they'll do really well on. But they could not let that bleeding happen again. The Papis did not stop them at all. There was not even a single moment that they had a chance to breathe.
I agree. I don't even think it went wrong and picked the bans. I think that once OP stepped in there and got a couple kills going, that put on the gas and it just never stopped.
Well, I mean, we've seen it before. Sometimes one game goes really one-sided, but the next game could be a different story. We do see Papis with the first pick. Do you think they'll prioritize a certain pick? Do you think they'll target ban? I mean, what do they target ban if they do? I mean, everything played so well.
I think OP. I don't think there's a point of even trying to target ban OP at this point for the Papis. I think they just need to get rid of whatever they think the meta picks are, and then just go for comfort picks right now. They have a tough hand, and they're just gonna go with what they got.
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of we don't even see a first ban yet. They're really thinking about it. They're like, do we ban meta? Do we ban some of these picks they just put out? Like, what do we do? And the clock's ticking, but I don't know. The Habois was what was decided. And Shock actually banned out. They don't want to let Gaming Fan get a chance to play 2 characters. Wow, they will let the rest of the team play what they want, but they do not want a Gaming Fan to be comfortable. And that's a pretty big move on the side of OP.
It's a very bold statement from OP. But as I know Gaming Fan well, and Gaming Fan does have a couple little pocket picks in there that he could bring out. But it'd be very interesting to see OP invest 6 or 5 bans to just truly Gaming Fan alone.
And they banned Neef. A little bit of a troll ban. However, though, if Paxy's for whatever reason playing mid or ADC, he loves Neef, so maybe they'll switch it up. Maybe they'll put Kenny in support and put Paxy in mid. I don't know if maybe they got some insider information that I don't have, but and the Merlin being hovered at the moment, very strong first pick here for Papis, and that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, Merlin's a very strong god in general. It's a god that can just fit into any comp. There's no wrong pick with Merlin. Everything's just safe to pick.
Yeah, he's just eaten every single nerf that's been thrown at him. I mean, granted, now at least he's not like the most dominant mage in the game. At least there's a couple other contenders, but he's still just, like you said, relevant and a very good fit for Papis here. And now OPE, I mean, do you think they'll troll, or do you think they'll take it at least a little bit serious and they actually lock into Scylla for Raikou here?
Knowing OPE, they might try and troll a little bit, but who knows? Maybe they have a little change of heart and want to get this game done in 15 minutes and break another Cleety record. Still is an interesting pick. I personally hate the god. I think she sucks, but other people think otherwise. But if the game goes anything like last game, so it's just going to be rolling very quickly.
Yeah, we got Scylla tier. It looks like they're not really caring what they pick. They just want to pick what they want to play right now.
Yeah,
I think Rico Sabe
we're going to see the movement speed tier come out?
I mean, it's getting nerfed in the next patch, so now's the time to do it. I personally love the movement speed tier build. It's a lot of fun, but I understand why they're at least touching it a bit. And we actually see the Nike Fafnir locked in on the side of Papis. They're taking the Nike away from Kano. They're either giving it to Davey, or they might give it to Gaming Fan. I don't see Gaming Fan as a Nike player, though, so...
Gaming Fan might take the Nike and just go take it into the solo lane. Nike's a pretty easy god in the solo lane. You can proxy at level 4 if you really wanted to. That's how good of a clear that she has. And I think Gaming Van just wants to play a god that he can get to 20 in under 20 minutes and hopes to give his team a chance.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stress on the side of Papis right now, really. And Ganesh being hovered. I'm a big Ganesh fan. I think Ganesh is a really fun character. He's always fun to watch. I love seeing cool plays around the Dharmic pillars. I mean, with Tyr there, too, like, if you line it up right, you could put it against the wall and then just have Tyr Fearless into it. But it's going to be the Ymir instead, who actually did get his buff in the last patch, where the wall is on like, a crazy cooldown, and you can destroy it.
Yeah, it's a little shift to his wall, but it's actually no buff or nerf to Ymir. It's just a little shift on how his wall is used, but it's the exact same cooldown if you actually break his wall like manually.
Yeah.
Ironically, but it's just a little shift. But I think Ymir is a solid pick here. Just Nike can't continually channel abilities, especially if he just walks up there and freezes her. And then the wall it's very good to just block players off as it is.
Yeah, I don't think the Ymir pick here is... I mean, I like the freeze against Nike Rend. That's pretty smart, but all three of these characters can get through the wall without much issue. Ymir, I think Ymir has a relevant place in the meta, but as a counter pick kind of character, or team comp specific. And
yeah,
I know OP is just kind of playing it to play it now, but...
Yeah, Ymir is very niche, but he's also one of those gods that you win in 20 or you lose. And there's no in between with this god. He's a very niche god, but he can snowball out of control. He's kind of like Bacchus in a sense.
Yeah.
Two gods, if they get leads, they're not looking back.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though. I mean, 3 self-rooting abilities, Merlin could put that fire on you. I mean, you're gonna at least take a few ticks of that. And Scotty being locked in, that's kind of dirty. I think Scotty's not good, but Scotty's just annoying. I mean...
Colin's being hovered. That's a very interesting pick. And locked.
Colin and then Rama being hovered. Rama did get his changes, but it's not going to be the Rama. It's going to be the Xbalanque instead. I mean, very good teamfight ultimate. Very good poke and lane. And then the Hades locked in. Hold on, actually. Are we going to see a Hades jungle? Yes, we are. Kano's busted. Now it's funny because I always run this pick like casually or in like in-houses and stuff. I love Hades jungle. I don't think it's good. It's just a lot of fun. But you know, Kano's just kind of, like I said, I think OP is kind of just playing what they want for the sake of this game. And
we're actually getting Gaming Fan in mid this game, and the Mighty Kenny switching over to the solo lane.
Huh.
I'm a loss for words. I'm interested to see how gaming's going to play outside of the solo lane, I guess. I can see this going one way or another, and it's going to be another type of game like game 1. But Hades Jungle has been played in the minor league. It was actually ran by Sano before he went into the pro league. He ran it pretty often, and I think it has a purpose. His clear is pretty good, and he could just blow up squishies.
Yeah. I'm so stuck on this Gaming Fan mid thing. I'm wondering how it went. Was okay, guys. We just lost in 17 minutes. Let me play mid. I feel like I could do a carry from there. I feel like that's kind of the mindset that Gaming Fan's got at the moment. He's trying to carry the team, and mid's definitely easier to carry from the solo. As solo, I mean, it definitely has its place in a team, but it's not a role you carry from. So
yeah. Or Gaming Fan just saw the first 2 bans and said, you know what, I want to play mid this game, and everyone was like, alright, let's let it happen. Might as well.
That's very true. Gaming Fan was like, all right, can't play my fun gods, and I'm not playing solo. Here you go, Kenny, take it. And yeah, I mean, I've never seen Kenny play solo. I don't know if maybe if he's even comfortable on this role. I mean, Kukalin's a very simple god to play, so I feel like he won't. I mean, maybe he'll get away with some really some early anger. Like if it depends on if Freak Osave plays this matchup, I suppose. But of course,
if he's going the movement speed tier, the Kukalin will have early pressure for a while, just for the fact that tier won't have teleport, so he has to play a little bit smarter earlier. But if anything that goes for the way Mighty Kenny played in the mid lane, I think he might be struggling a little bit in the solo lane as well.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this plays out personally. I mean, I don't know. Can Gaming Fan even play up to Raiku's mid? Like that's like the big question I have. I'm not saying Gaming Fan can't play mid, but can he play mid against one of the better mid laners in CGSL? That's just my question I have here. But granted, I mean team comp wise, I mean, OP looks terrible, but they're playing what they want, and they're playing with the confidence that we're all better. We're mechanically better than all of you, and we'll prove it here.
Yeah. If I'm gonna put my money on them, then just throw it to OP as it is. I just think there's too much of an uphill battle for the Papis to be able to turn around this game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. But I mean, if I'm looking at God specifically, definitely Papis. If I'm looking at teams, I'm gonna give it to OPE. And yeah, we'll have to see how they play this out. I mean,
there is a silver lining though. The Fafnir gets around to that mid game part of the game, and he can single handedly start winning. If you win one team fight, you can win the game immediately, especially if he's in the dragon form and siege objectives very quickly. So I think there's a little bit, but they have to play perfectly. They have a little bit to no wiggle room right now. Yeah, and we'll be able to see if Gaming Fan learned as of today that you start in your frost at speed mode. So let's find out.
Also, Wheelix, make sure you switch the names at the top, as the teams did switch, and I don't want to be confused when I see OPE took a Gold Fairy and it was Papis. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, the other thing, if you actually look at their comp, I mean, Papis has such a powerful objective shred. Not besides the fact that he's got the Perlid Fire. I mean, that's probably what they're gonna draft around. Like you mentioned, that one team fight will change the game. And Wheelix is breaking Spectator once more, and he got it fixed very fast. I'm proud of you, buddy. I think. Well, I mean, we're in the free cam, but that's okay.
Yeah, the objective play for the Papis is going to be extremely strong, but they got to be able to fight around those objectives to actually utilize it. And from the duo lane aspect, Scotty Ymir is going to have a little bit more pressure, so we're going to have to. I'm hoping to see Paxi not use that hog on that first buff and be able to defend it and save it for the second buff.
Hold on, actually, as the OPE is trying to invade this buff, and look at Fafnir's health already. He's so low. Shablanka just trying to whack him with autos. That doesn't matter. The Ymir damage is so much, and look at this. They're just pushing him away from purple buff. They don't even respect Papis at all. But Fafnir does have a hog, so stealing the buff itself is gonna be hard. But I don't even know if that's what their objective is here.
Yeah, I think Xbox needs to just walk to the lane, try and get as much farm as he can possibly, and let Paxi just try and hog the buff. Defending this buff is just wasting their own time.
No way.
And as we say that, yeah, Paxi's just in shock. The poor little dwarf.
That's wow. The disrespect out of Acadia and Venus Guardian there was a lot.
I mean, even the disrespect out of the mid lane, having Raikou go in there and invade their own little minis.
Yeah, I mean, OP just playing their game. But Nike does leap in and is doing a lot of damage to the Scylla. Does get all 3 Rens, but Scylla just lives with a little bit of HP and has her popped, so she's gonna start regenerating a little bit. And the Gaming Fan and Nike are kind of on the retreat as there's 3 people invading this red buff a minute and a half in.
Yeah, this is going bad very quickly. I think if they're able to stop the bleeding right now, but they can't have any more picks. I think Fafnir and this X-Ball need to find a way to just continually shove some waves in there, make OP lose some XP for what they're doing. But this is gonna be tough.
We do see the solo lane matchup heavily favoring Kukulkan, which makes sense because we do see Tyr did go that blink, which tells me he's going to run the movement speed build. And Kukulkan's early pressure is just a character in general is pretty good with that anger for him and everything, so.
Yeah, when he rages out, you basically just can't fight him for 12 seconds, and that kind of sucks to be in the solo lane.
Oh,
as we say that, Calder is chasing down poor Shibalanke. He got the dash off.
Shibalanke does get away, but Gaming Fan actually picks up the kill on the Raikou, but Gaming Fan barely lived that. So it looks like it was a really close call there. OP, like I said, just kind of trolling. I mean, it might be a little funny. They got to be careful, though. They could, trolling could definitely throw the game and possibly the set.
As we say, but they're going to be able, right now that the Papis are looking to be able to get their purple buff this time. But it's actually a nice little thing to see that Gaming Fan's able to pick up a kill in mid. It's going to give them some more XP, and I think it might give them a little bit of XP lead onto the Scylla.
Oh, wow, Fafnir just almost getting caught out right there. Able to get the leap off, but he is out of mana, so he does have to be careful. But yeah, I mean, I feel like out of all people on this team to get a kill, Gaming Fan's definitely the one you want to. If you can get this Merlin pretty big, it's gonna be tough for OP to deal with. But just looking at how the game's being played right now, I mean, OP just does not care, and they're getting away with a lot of stuff. I mean, granted, Scylla did lose her life to Gaming Fan, but I don't know.
But it seemed to slow down after the first minute and a half of aggression coming out of OP, and it's definitely slowed down from this point on. Everyone's gone back to farming. And out of all that aggression, it's only built up a 300 gold lead.
Yeah, I mean, with all the farm you technically missed from just, that level 2 rotation outside of dual lane to mid, I mean, you lost a wave, maybe a wave and a half. But I don't know, it's still in OP's favor. I mean, it's granted only like 100 gold at this point, but Raikou's gotta be careful as he's taking a lot of poke from this Merlin. It's definitely a slower game than last time. I mean, right now OP is not bleeding them dry of everything, but I mean, that can change at any moment. Even with a weird comp like this, I mean, just how OP plays.
Do you think moving Gaming Fans to the mid was more of have a shot caller up somewhere where the fighting's going to be, someone to be able to slow the game down for the team? Because it seems like the game is revolving around what he wants to do for the Papis.
I believe that's definitely possible, as we do see a 4-man invade over here to solo lane. Unfortunately, though, they don't really get anything besides tier ult. And that's literally all they were able to take. Colin is about to rage out, though. get a little. Actually, he misses the root onto Hades, but hold on though. Papis isn't done as they're now blue buff invading. Oh, hold on, Hades is all in the Nike, but she's so low. Ymir just gives her a little whack and secures the kill. I don't know if they actually got the blue buff. It looks like it. Here does have blue. I don't know if he stole it or what, but. Really?
I think the Hades ult secured the blue buff.
Doesn't make sense. And Scylla tries to finish off the and tries, and he actually does finish off Gaming Fan, but loses his life to Fafnir. He doesn't care. He just wanted Gaming Fan dead. And Scotty does come in for the rotation. The ice actually puts Fafnir in a bad spot. Calder's just gonna bite his butt. And just Pure Pack falls. Now Venus Guardian doing some Ymir spam laughs and taunts and stuff. Oh, the freeze and on Ice Bull on the Nike, she just can't move, and she just found the Ice Duo combo right here is gonna be pretty annoying. A Shivalon now wants a piece of it. Ymir walls him off, kind of to, I mean, I guess just to zone him a little bit, but Merlin is here. That's some ice you don't want to take as Gaming Fan does secure the kill onto Venus and Acadian. A little bit of overextension outside of dual lane. And Gaming Fan is able to punish it pretty well.
Yeah, OP is trolling a little bit, having a little bit more fun. And I think it's starting to show. They're getting inside of the Poppy's head. But it is good that Gaming Fan's able to pick up those kills, punish them for being a little wild and rambunctious. And it's just going to only help Gaming Fan keep himself in the game right now.
Yeah, you asked me earlier if Gaming Fan was moved to be mid shot call, and I agree with you. I believe he was. Just I don't think there's really any shot calls on the side of Papis besides possibly Gaming Fan. I don't know. I don't believe Pure Paxi has much calling experience. I don't think Davey really has much, and he's the jungle, which is a little unfortunate, but. I believe that's probably exactly what that point was, and you are seeing the difference. Granted, OP is trolling a little bit here, but we are still seeing a difference as Nike does leap into the Scylla, and the Ymir's actually in a pretty bad spot. I lied, because they're just gonna let the Ymir go, and he's just gonna taunt them. I mean, like you said, just try to get in their head.
Yeah, anytime you can get inside of someone's head, you know that you're gonna disrupt their level of play. And when you're inside of someone's head, it's already one step closer to winning the match. Whether it's esports or regular sports.
I mean, when you, after suffering a pretty massive loss like last game, I'm sure they're already on edge. So just having someone taunt you and just do stupid things like the OP's done and getting away with a lot of it, I'm sure that's very frustrating for Papis to deal with.
But if you're playing this game level-headed right now, it's actually better that OP is trolling a little bit and playing a little bit. I mean, the nicer way of saying it's just not playing smart, because the Poppies are just staying in the game. Because of it, they're farming a little bit better or close to what the OP is doing. And right now, I mean, still only a 300 gold lead for as bad as it looks.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a good sign in a way for Papis. I don't like saying good, but it does at least give Papis a chance to actually play the game and possibly win the set. But Shibalaki being bullied. What a blink freeze, waiting for the dash. Good patience on the side of Venus Guardian. The ult comes out, but that was a little silly. We're gonna kill him there. And Shibalaki does lose his beads though, and he's gotta be careful as Ymir is actually caught out of position. There's 4 people on this side. I just see Fafnir did leap in, but it looks like Ymir is just gonna get out just fine. Now still being the target. But here comes
a nice one that's expended there. 2 blinks were used? Tier blink and Nike blink, I want to say?
Yeah, Scylla's being chased harshly, and she did use I'm a Monster to get the little bit of a speed boost, and she actually does get out, but Kano picks up a kill in the mid lane, and the Gaming Fan does lose his life to Mighty Kenny on the counter rotation from solo lane. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Kano did use ultimate there, so I'm assuming that's how he secured the kill.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on all sides of the map right now.
Oh yeah, definitely impossible to capture it all. all the shenanigans.
Yeah, I think it was a Hades blink. I think Kano forced out the flicker with a blank and then dashed it and then ulted or something like that. I think that's probably the possible way, just looking at how relics were used.
Yeah, a lot of relics are put down. I mean, don't blinks up on the side of OP right now. I mean, I want to talk about some of these builds, but I can't even tell if some of them are just. I feel like some of these are just more for fun, honestly. So it's.
I think they're pretty. All the builds are pretty standard.
I guess the Mage's Blessing on Scotty was kind of something that kind of caught my mind, or caught my eye, sorry. But it's not like a terrible pick. Yeah, but I feel like Hunter's Blessing would be better, but Cadian, Solo and Spazzy, we do see Davey actually rotate in, but he walks right into I'm a Monster by Raikou. Good prediction, and he's just going to take Davey's life, and OPE got the map pressure right now.
I'm surprised they didn't use the reset with the goal to just re-pick up the goal carry. I guess they just don't want to play that aggressive with what the amount of pressure that they've had on that side of the map. Because they had I'm a Monster redo and then release with Calder and be able to bounce between the two players. It looks like a very free goal carry.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Ymir just walking fast after right towards Gaming Fan. He doesn't care about the Faf, Daddy. He wants the little wizard. Fafnir loses half of its health to the Sick of Crush combo. Taking a bit of damage. And we actually see Scotty going into tier 1 of Sovereignty, the Sovereignty tree. I don't remember the actual tier 1 item is called. But are we going to see some Sovereignty? Or what do we think we're going to see picked up here?
It's gonna be a Sovereignty picked up on the Scotty. He doesn't want to take any physical damage. It's just gonna only help him. Scotty doesn't really face any of the damage off the auto attack, so it's gonna be more of a ability-based hunting as it is.
Well, there was a skink over there in solo, but because of that, Davey does get a kill on the Raikou, but they're actually not done. They want more. Acadia picks up a kill on Spazzy. It looks like another solo kill, but there's 3 members of Papis coming over to try to kill the Scotty, and Scotty actually almost kills Nike. It looks like Gaming Fan was like, yeah, you guys gonna spam that off top of my team? I'm gonna do it right back to you.
And just like that, nothing is able to get done for the side of OPE. OPE's just letting the Papis stick around.
Yeah, they're definitely not trying to put them in their coffin like they did last game. I mean, no objectives have even been looked at all. I mean, it's really been just a focus on how many times can I kill this person and what stupid way can I kill them. Like that's literally OP's goal at this moment.
And it's actually just better for the Papis because the more fun they're able to get in levels, the better their comp, the amount of time that goes on. Especially what we were talking about earlier with the objectives and having the Fafnir. Fafnir will be able to help you siege everything. It's just one good fight.
Oh my goodness. A lot of focus right there on the Merlin for no help. The Ymir actually charging the ultimate. I'm a Monster was off, and the Flicker actually gets the Merlin out of there. Merlin is out of mana though, so he is out of this fight, but he does at least, he has his life. And just like that, there's a 3-man fight. The Dark as the Night does come out, but just Cadian once more. Solo Spazzy. And here we go. The fight is changing sides here for OPE as Fafnir does run up running out, but he gets caught in the Hades ult. And so does 2 other members. Nike solo, but Hades doesn't care. He's gonna dash right in. Merlin's here. He's got mana now, but he's just bursting Porcano down. I mean, I understand they're trying to be disrespectful, but they gotta start respecting his Merlin a little bit more because his damage output is just a little too much for most of OP to handle right now. Oh, but that crush!
We look at it, Scotty actually sold the T1 for Sav and actually run into a breastplate of Valor, it looks like. So she's just going to be having more and more cooldowns. Is that a fat finger out of Raikou?
That was,
I think it was a fat finger.
Normally I would agree with you, but just from how this game's been played, I wonder if he's just trying to get some cheeky I'm a Monster kill over the wall onto Gaming Fan. So I'm not too sure. As Acadian gets caught out in mid with 3 people there, a little too ambitious from Acadian. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna go into breastplate. I mean,
yeah, breastplate of Valor.
It's a breastplate of Valor. Got a little bit of a bulky Scotty going on here.
Yeah, just a little bit of disrespect towards the Xbalanque, saying that you aren't ever going to be able to kill me.
Now, interestingly enough, Tier. Now, usually with this movement speed build, we do see the Spirit Robe after you pick up the Wind Blade, but we actually see him go into I'm assuming a Pestilence, or maybe I don't know what else in that tree. Maybe a Talisman of Energy? Is that part of that tree? I believe so.
Talisman of Energy is part of the tree.
Yeah.
I don't know what he would build if he built out of the tree, because that whole tree is just terrible.
If I had to go, I would assume a Talisman of Energy for the movement speed if I'm just from how it goes. But Nike all in fact here will come out. Nike is chasing the Scylla away, but the targets were changed onto Ymir, and this is the problem with Ymir. And he just can't really do. But what a big
Fearless.
Yeah, absolutely huge. And let's Hades use the pillar, and just like that, lives are falling left and right. Merlin's super low. Calder's just biting away. And like that, they pick up 3 kills. Xbalanque was almost the 4th. What a massive fearless on the side of Frico Suave.
And just like that, 3 kills down, pick up the gold, Barry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see this gold swing around to the 4 or 5K mark.
Just a little fun reminder, in case you did not see Game 1, 1 minute away from now is when Game 1 ended. So definitely a different paced game for Game 2 so far. But I mean, OP's got, was a little bit slow, but they got their first objective. And I mean, can Papis stop this? I mean, the draft at least it does this, or definitely favoring them for late game.
And it looks like they're going to get hope. Knock on wood, hopefully, but it's definitely looking like they're going to be able to get to this late game as well.
Oh, yeah.
But there is no tower on the left side of the map, so the Xbox is going to have to play a little bit more safe. But the good side for the Papis is that his ult isn't global.
And we do see a 1v1 come out, and Scotty is actually losing this engagement while she was losing this engagement, as Xbalanque is actually getting Aussie procs on Calder. Took a little bit of damage from Calder, but he's living, he's chilling. I mean, with Scotty's build, with a 4-level difference, I mean, usually that would have gone a completely different way, but and here, the 4-man rotation onto Tier. Ymir is here. Does get a pretty nice freeze onto the Nike, but now they're both in a pretty bad spot. But Tier's a speedy boy, especially with that Talisman of Energy. He did actually go for that, and he's just juking. The Ymir wall, actually, but doesn't matter. Fafnir's just going to leap through it. And, yeah, nothing was really done anywhere else. It's about the 4-man game, but Scylla, that was pretty stupid. So, I mean...
I don't think she knew that the cavalry was there protecting them.
Yeah. Looks like we have both the tanks over here on the side of the whole lane, but Kukulkan is going to rage out. And they're just going to leave. They're done here. Scotty now caught out. Nike ult is pretty good onto it. The barrier's nice too. The Merlin stance with, but look at it. Merlin's health. Merlin does actually get the return kill. Ymir and Fafnir all do come out. Both supports ults are down. Fafnir is on the retreat though, as the 3 members of OP that are still alive are here. But 3v4, Hades is chasing away Davey. It does get the blink fear. Oh, but
a huge Fafnir stun coming out to be able to protect this Nike. Before Kano's able to use that ultimate to keep the trap.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good play on Tier Paxton's part. Dark Knights comes out, and OP are now on the retreat, but Tier's just kind of running away. He actually does get knocked up, but you're not going to catch him. Tier's just going to get out. Same with Ymir. Ymir actually has a lot of movement speed too, as we do see the Relic Dagger and a Witchblade, possibly. That's the toxic one. The toxic blade, Witchblade tree, right? Like this tier 2.
Yeah,
blade? Yeah.
It's toxic blade side. It might be. Yeah, it's a Witchblade. Okay.
No, I mean,
maybe to slow down Expo autos, I guess. Doesn't make much sense, but. Alright, let's just roll with it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what his thought process is later.
I guess they're just trying excuse me, I guess they're trying to just disrespect the ADC as much as they can, so slow down their movement speed. I mean, OP has the 4K gold lead, but they're not really extending it. Scotty does actually pop the beads with a good hammer from the Fafnir, but Scotty's gonna get out. But on the side here of Solo Land, there's a 4-man rotation. I'm a Monster was just off the mark, but the wall is pretty solid. Forces Nike to go a little bit around and does lose her life. The Hades ult is good, and Colin just can't do anything. We did see the Thorns pop, but on the side of mid lane here, Fafnir pops his ult, and Scotty just puts the ice it on. It's just gonna go for a little ride. Tyr blinks in, but Merlin flickers out, but Tyr chase it, but another good stun out of Fafnir. Another good stun. Look at Pure Paxi go. He is rocking this Fafnir, but the Ymir freeze onto Gaming Fan. And Gaming Fan falls down, and now Paxi's a bad spot as he's transforming. And Spam Labs come out, and just like that, 4 members of Papis are down.
And they're marching their way over to the Fire Giant with 4 picks.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just, I think it's just great play coming out of Pure Paxi doing as much as he can possibly do on a Fafnir for his Merlin. It's just unfortunate. There's just too much CC.
I 100% agree with you. We do see the Ymir ult come out, but oh wow, Chibalanke damage is pretty good to actually secure the kill on the Cadian. And who's Davies here too? Make sure Raikou doesn't get it. Both carries are now without FG, and that's pretty huge. The fight continues. Chibalanke's just swinging away at this Tyr, and Tyr has a lot of health, but he doesn't have many protections. Chibalanke's super low this here. Oh, what a knockup out of Kukulin. Saves the Chibalanke's life, and now Tyr is on the retreat. But Nike pops the ult to get a bit of a health shield and slows OP down. And Kukulin does not get the kill on the Tyr, but it's rotating in to help. Ymir does blink in. The Ren is good, but Hades is being pursued by Kukulin, and the fight is split. Hades can't get the kill into Nike. Ymir wants himself apparently, but on the side of the Fury, Papis are able to secure the Odie Fury for free. I had 3 members of OP do have FG, but like I mentioned, the carry's not having it. That's rough.
Yeah, it's only on the Hades, but I was gonna say it's definitely better than it's off the Scylla and the Scotty. And as we saw, we used the Fafnir ult to be able to siege. I think they sieged the tier 2 tower and left and got filtered off of that as well because of that.
Yeah, they're playing a dangerous game here. I mean, I get they're kind of trying to troll, but like the Fafnir can eat Fafnir, Merlin, Chibalanke, they can easily melt stuff. I guess that Merlin can't really melt the Phoenixes, but that's kind of what Fafnir, Chibalanke are there for. So Ymir just puts up a random wall, kind of. I'm assuming it's disrespectful, but OP just pushing Poppy right back into their tier 2 tower. Colin had a pretty big knockup on the back end. Fafnir's forced to leap away, else he would have died to a crush. And now OP trying to siege this tier 2, but Poppy's giving them one hell of a defense.
I think they should be able to walk in there. They have a wave coming in.
Yeah, I was talking about hell of a defense, and now they just back off. But I understand. It's suicide if you're going to try to defend that.
If you're going to make it then, you're going to fight on the tier 2 tower. Fafnir has ult, so this is a perfect opportunity for them to continue a fight. Especially with Kukulin being close to raging out as well.
We actually see the toxic play come out of Kukulin, which is interesting. We saw it in the Pro League actually over the weekend. Weekend. But I don't know. What do you think about this?
I have no say because the only person who's anti-healing that has any form of like heal on their kid is going to be this Hades. So I have no say for it. I'm not really sure what his thought process is, other than maybe trying to like get more attack speed to be able to try and rage out with more autos.
Yeah, the attack speed's good for getting your rage built up, but I agree. I mean, the anti-heal really isn't super important, but I mean, you're lacking magical defense, and he's going into probably a Prid win, I would have to assume, which makes him such an easy target for this Ymir damage. And he's even with the build he's got, he still hits hard. And then, of course, Scylla damage, you don't want to deal with that. So, a little bit questionable. And he's going to be pretty blown up if he gets caught by a Sick'em Crush combo.
Yeah, there's actually two toxic waves coming out on the side of the Papis. I would have really liked to see like a Hobo or a Titan's Vein come out of Spazzy.
We do have a pause come out. Luckily, no combat pause, which is nice. So, no need to debate that. I'm not sure which side paused. Well, maybe OP is Raikou is sitting in Fountain, but
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
let me check good old Discord and see what's going on here. All right. Well, they're on pause now, but it was the Papis pause. Apparently, there was some comms issues. I guess comms, the in-game chat stopped working. So, shout out to High Res. God, what a great working game. We actually see Scotty pursuing this Colin right now. The Amir coming out behind, but a Fafnir stun. Paxi just been on top of all of this CC with Fafnir. But what a wall by
huge wall to keep him locked in.
Yeah, the thorns are popped, but it doesn't matter. Fafnir does transform to at least try to do something. But there's not much he can do. Shibalanke is here, but they are down a member. Does wall out the Shibalanke. Fafnir is alone, but OPEs are just gotta leave it alone and maybe possibly try to sneak this tier 2, but they are out of fire.
The Papis need to look to fight right now before this Fafnir opens block. Because if not, that's just a waste at all.
Well, unfortunately, that's not what just happened.
Yeah. It would have been a perfect opportunity to fight on that tier 2 tower as well.
I mean, OP didn't have fire. It would have been easy to contest. Or not easy, but I guess definitely easier than fire. But Ymir just zoning out this Merlin Fafnir with a pretty good freeze. The wall comes out and forces Shibalanke to go around, but we actually see a blink in from Nike. The Nike looks good, but they do secure the Phoenix, and they are on the retreat. Tier's behind, but it's Tier with full movement speed. We actually see him go for the Witchblade as well to get even more movement speed. We typically don't see that in this build. Nike still pursuing, but taking a lot of poke from the Scotty. Fafnir and Colin, though, are on the back line. OP is in a pretty bad spot, and they're getting sandwiched. But hold on, though. Raikou does secure a kill on the gaming fan. That's a huge pickup. Zilla beats and Aegis are down, but a good freeze from Shibalanke. Kamil actually picks up Kukalin, who was trying to zone him out. Good Fearless on 3 of them by Frico Suave. This man is nailed. Has been really on top of the Fearless. And another pickup by K down here, Paxi, and that's a demon side, and that should end game 2 for this set.
Yep, and that's going to be it. OP is going to be able to move on to the semifinals and see if they're able to break the curse of losing in the semis as they did last year. I think it's going to be, what? Is it Frenzy versus OP? Am I right?
Yeah, yep. So the brackets are Leg versus JPEG, and then it's going to be OP versus Frenzy.
Okay, so that's a pretty good matchup. Frenzy coming off hot and heavy. High morales, ready for their game.
Oh, yeah,
a very good matchup, I think.
I 100% agree with you. I think Frenzy has been looking fairly strong, and if they keep up the momentum they have, I think they can give OP a good run for the money. But yeah, OPE take week 1 playoffs 2-0 over the Papis. Unfortunate for Papis that they did not have their starters to compete today. It did, they did put up a decent fight though for game 2. Game 1 was a little bit more rough, but
yeah, I mean, they played well at the end of the day. They did what they could do, and they were able to try and put up a fight. And that's all you can ask for. And then we'll see what will come for the rest of their roster and what will happen in the first season for them. There's a lot of upside for them as well.
Oh yeah. Well, don't forget to tune in next week for semifinals of the playoffs for ClearG Season 2. Like I mentioned, we have Leg versus JPEG on one side of the bracket, and OPE versus Frenzy on the other side. Now, of course, I'm going to probably be a little biased here, but I do predict that it will be JPEG OPE for the finals. But I mean, we could see Leg did look pretty strong yesterday, so if they can keep up that momentum and take down JPEG, we could see some different outside, or even see Frenzy take down OPE. I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
but
I think it might be a couple upsets. I mean, the way that JPEG played last week, they look to be struggling and showing some blood. So I think Flag might be able to turn around and get a victory, and hoping that Frenzy gets a nice little upset. So we have a Cinderella team going into the finals.
That would be pretty interesting. But yeah, that's going to be it for this set here. I am Frank from IT, joined by Lucky Charms, and we will see you next time.